Hello everyone. Today's story is this one. Can you see there's the most enormous big splodge on the front of the page? What else can you see on that front cover? Do you have any idea what this story might be about? Wow, there's a pot with some paint. There's the world's longest brush by the looks of it. A brush attached to a very long pole. And this inside says The Dot. And that's the title of the story, The Dot. And it's about a little girl called Vashti who thinks she can't draw. But we see what happens. The author and the illustrator is Peter Reynolds. There we go. The Dot. There's a little paint palette there, like the ones we use in school. Can you see how many paints are in it? Yes, 3 and 3. There's 6 different colours in there. The Dot. Huh, it's clever, isn't it? They've used it in the off there. The art class was over, but Vashti sat glued to her chair and her paper was empty. Oh, she doesn't look very happy, does she? Look at that expression on her face. I wonder how she's feeling. A bit frustrated, maybe. Didn't want to put anything on her paper today. I wonder why. Vashti's teacher leaned over the blank paper. Ah, a polar bear in a snowstorm, she said. Very funny, said Vashti. I just can't draw. Oh, she does look cross and frustrated, doesn't she? Do you understand the bit about the polar bear in the snowstorm? Well, the snow would be all right. And a polar bear would be all white. Her teacher smiled. Just make a mark and see where it takes you. She's encouraging her, isn't she? Vashti grabbed the felt tip pen and gave the paper a good short jab. There, she said. She seems somewhat cross. Do you think that's why there's a lot of red in the background? Angry red. Do you think? Fiery red. Her teacher picked up the paper and studied it carefully. She pushed the paper towards Vashti and quietly said, now sign it. Vashti thought for a moment. Well, maybe I can't draw, but I can sign my name. Still a little bit cross and frustrated, but the colour's going to a lighter colour now, so maybe she's starting to feel a little better. I wonder. Do you think? Wow! The next week, when Vashti walked into her art class, she was surprised to see what was hanging above the teacher's desk. It was the little dot that she had drawn. Her dot, all framed in a swirly gold. Oh, look at that. Very smart. Do you remember when we made our frames for our autumn pictures out of the strips of paper? It's nice, isn't it, when you do an artwork to put it in a proper frame? I thought Vashti would be really excited about that. However, I can make a better dot than that. So she opened her never before used set of crayons. Well, I think they're watercolours actually. And she set to work. What will she create? Vashti painted and painted. a red dot, a purple dot, a yellow dot, a blue dot. The blue mixed with the yellow, and she discovered that she could make a blue and yellow. What do they make together? Green, a green dot. Vashti kept experimenting. Lots of little dots in many colours. Wow. If I can make little dots, I can make big dots too. Vashti splashed her colours with a bigger brush on a bigger paper to make bigger dots. Look at that. Lots of colours in that one. Beautiful. Vashti even made a dot by not painting a dot. Can you see how she's done that? Yeah, she's painted all the way around the edge, hasn't she? And left the blank space in the middle as her dot. Very nice. Goodness gracious, look, she was busy, wasn't she? At the school art show a few weeks later, Vashti's many dots made quite a splash. Look at that. She's got her own little exhibition now, hasn't she? Dots of all shapes and sizes. And the people are watching carefully, aren't they? They're very interested. Vashti noticed a little boy gazing up to her. "You're a really great artist. I wish I could draw," he said. "I bet you can," said Vashti. "Me? No, not me. I can't draw. I can't even draw a straight line with a ruler." Vashti's going to say to him. Vashti smiled and she handed the boy a blank sheet of paper. "Show me." Well, the boy's pencil shook as he drew his line. I think he's concentrating there. Can you see his little tongue sticking out? Sometimes I do that when I'm cutting. I stick my tongue out when I'm concentrating. Vashti stared at the boy's squiggle. And then she said, what's she going to say to him? He's giving her this lovely squiggle. What's she going to say? Sign it! He wants him to put his name on it, just like our art teacher had asked her to do. And next week he may well find that squiggle somewhere up on the wall. So I wonder if you've been doing any artwork in your books. Maybe today you could do a super duper dot picture. Maybe you could do a squiggle picture. Who knows? If you've got some colours at home, use those. Maybe you could crayon some colours over each other and see if you can do some colour mixing that way. Think about Vashti and her dots and the little boy and his squiggles rather, and see what you can create. Okay, have a lovely day. Take care. Bye-bye.